welcome back. You made it through the weekend. It's been so long since we talked. Feels like it was yesterday. Oh, wait. It was yesterday. How you doing? Tracy Ace Brinkman here, back with another episode of Your Success DNA. Little boost, little shot of motivation to get inside of you and help you grow and become everything you want to do. You know, speaking of inspiration, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 5 ways to get some inspiration. We'll get to that in a little bit here. So, I wanted to do the show on inspiration today because I don't want to be the only place where you get inspiration. There's so many places you can get inspiration. I wanted to share with you some of those because life's tough. It's hard to literally see that pot of gold waiting for you at the end of the rainbow, or to see even to the horizon sometimes. The bends in the road and the trees in the forest of life get in your way. Unfortunately, it's really easier than you think to find sources of inspiration that will motivate you, keep you on the right path. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. But first, what we got to do? Yeah, we got to ask the question of the day. What's the question for Monday? How do you feel? And that question is followed up with, how do you want to feel? So we use them both. It's a double-ended question. It's Monday. Come on, use them both. How do you feel coming off the weekend? How do you feel as you start your week? You excited? I know I am. It's a big week for me. Got a lot of things going on. You're a part of it, and I'm glad you're here. And if you're listening to this on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday, still welcome. Still think of the question, though. How do you feel? And then, how do you want to feel? And if how you feel isn't how you want to feel, then start working towards how you want to feel over the course of the week, over the course of the day. And hopefully maybe this little show here too will give you some ideas. And the show is, right, as I was talking about, 5 ways to find some inspiration. I'm going to give you 5 quick ways. We're not even spend a whole 12 minutes on it today. But 5 quick ways to start your motivation. And of course, one of the ways is to listen to the show, right? Get a little motivation, a little boost, a little information, some tips and techniques. It's not on my notes here, but certainly is one of the ways. And I'm going to chat with you today because, as I mentioned all last week, we're going to a premium model where Mondays are going to be free. You're going to keep coming at your Mondays, but then the rest of the week is going to be for my premium members, and you'll be getting this show and some others. And I'll tell you how to get that towards the end of the show here. But all right, enough about me and my show. Let's talk about the reason I want to chat with you today. Ways to find some inspiration. One of the ways I like, and when it's used right, it works really well, is quotes and affirmations. It really seems no matter times you hear or read your favorite quote, it kind of resonates with you. It's almost like it's the first time you heard it. It's like the saying, I started using the saying, think successfully, way back when I worked for Coca-Cola, and that would have been my goodness, I started working for Coca-Cola in 1990, around that time. Maybe it was 91. I worked for them for, 12 years. And of course, at that time, I started learning my personal development things, got into this world, and have been loving it ever since. And I adapted first, think successfully. That was my quote. And then I realized, thinking successfully is only half the battle. It's like law of attraction. If you just think about it and put the energy out there, it's not going to come find you. You've got to go find it, which means you need to take some action. So think successfully and take action became my quote. But there are a number of other quotes out there, like, Henry Ford. If you think you can, or if you think you can, you're right. Right? What are the quotes that you love? What are the quotes that you hold dearly that just kind of resonate or ring with you? And if you don't know what they are, go look for some. All right, there's a gazillion and a half places out there to find quotes online anymore. There's places that'll send you a quote a day. Brian Tracy does that for me, and I've signed up for his quote a day little email, and some of those are really good. Some of them are like, yeah, okay. But every once in a while I find myself reading one and thinking, well, I like that. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, it hits me. Oh, wow. That reminds me of the quote I read that Brian sent me. And I go back and I reread it, and it means something different. See, as your goals change, looking for quotes and affirmations that reflect your new paths, you'll want to do that. You want to find those new quotes, those new things that resonate with you so that you can gain the inspiration and preserve that new direction that you're beginning to head in. And as you're starting a goal, find those quotes and those inspirations and those affirmations that start you up. I think one of the things I'm going to try with this new premium membership that I'm starting up is putting some a collection of affirmations out there that will focus in different areas and see if people get some, get some use out of it. If they do, good, I keep doing it. If they don't, well, maybe I won't do it. The next one is another one I'm going to try. It's called inspirational imagery. There's something about seeing things that just wow, right? I was watching just this weekend. I was watching Killing Season, I believe it was called, with Robert De Niro and John Travolta. And Robert De Niro was a retired military soldier who had been over in Bosnia, and John Travolta was one of the Serbian insurgents that had been going over there killing some of the folks in Bosnia. And I'm going to tell you the whole story. What ended up being that John Travolta came over here to the United States, and all this took place in the Smoky Mountains up there in Kentucky, or actually, from my perspective, down there in Kentucky and Tennessee. And let me tell you, I've driven through those mountains. I've gone up to Rock City and stood at one of the pinnacles up there and just looked across that valley. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is some beautiful country. I have taken the Rhine River tour down the Rhine River through Germany from north to south. That is some beautiful country. And let me tell you what, and just a few weeks ago, I was 10,000 feet above middle Ohio, and from up there, that is some beautiful country. So there's imagery that inspires you. Perhaps the view of the image will inspire you to create something beautiful of your own. In the process, you'll find some excitement, some motivation to carry over some of the humps, some of the bumps, some of the trips, some of the falls, right? And this imagery doesn't have to just be a picture. It could be a tattoo. I've seen some tattoos that you just look at them and go, wow. What inspired that? Now, I say that because I enjoy tattoos. I have a few myself. And I like the ones that have stories behind them, right? An image can remind you of a destination. It can motivate you to work more swiftly and more laser focused. Maybe your goal, my goodness, excuse me. That was rude. And I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm just going to leave that there for you to enjoy. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Where was I? Imagery. Maybe perhaps one of your goals is to go on a trip to Jamaica. You could use that imagery to motivate you. You can put the picture of that white sandy beach on the visor of your car, on your bedside, on your monitor. Use it as a back screensaver for your screen, whatever it is. See, once you focus on an image, it inspires you. It can help you can help you de-stress sometimes in those difficult times. That visual reminder will keep you moving forward, all right? So use imagery. It could be flowers, it could be kitties. Lots of people like kitties. Kitties are cute, right? Little puppies, whatever it is. Anyway, number 3. Confide in strangers. This is the one that's going to be a little off the beaten path. Too many people are going to say this, but that's why you're here, right? That's why Tracy. He's a little different. I like him. He's a little twisted. He's a little weird, but he keeps me thinking, and that's what I like. I like to keep people thinking, make you go, yeah, okay, that was a weird idea, but I might try it. But confide in strangers. Now, I'm not saying pour your heart out to them, but a method you're going to find surprising and really is a source of inspiration is to talk to strangers when you're out and about. Hey, what's up? Just talk them up. There's an understood confidentiality clause amongst strangers, right? If I tell you something, I don't know you. It's kind of just this anonymity factor, right? Maybe they're even more comfortable because they'll never see you again. Maybe you're more comfortable because you'll never see them again. They may walk away and say, dude, that was an overshare. But they may share with you some insight, some piece of information. You're like, ooh, wait a minute. I never thought of that. You might get a new perspective on an old challenge. So the next time you're out and about, strike up a conversation. Share your thoughts. All right? Here's another one. While you're on the pattern of sharing, let your neighbors inspire you. Yeah, so many times we're out and about. We're out there mowing the lawn. Yeah, we raise our hand. Hey, Bob. Hey, John. Hey, Timothy. Hey, Brenda. Whatever. And that's about the extent of the conversation. Well, go out there and engage them. Hear their story. Here's a cool thing. Get them to talk about themselves. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, they will talk about themselves, much like you going out and engaging the stranger and talking about yourself. These people, they will talk about themselves. They wanna share their story at some point. And you can do this standing in the post office, sitting in the waiting room, at your doctor's office. Relate to someone. Get them to come out of their shell. Quite often what you'll find is they have very similar stories to you, and they've worked their way through it, or they have problems like you, so you feel a little inspired thinking, phew, I'm not the only one going through this thing. Wow, and that's how they got out of it? I never thought about that. Huh? And you know a little bit more about your neighbors. You bond. Huh? How about that? And I think the fifth one here is going to be watch motivational videos. Yeah, I know, the world's all about snapshots, YouTube, Vimeo, whatever's out there. There's a plethora of motivational, inspirational videos out there. I mean, Randy Posh's last lecture is pretty good. I know a young lady, Alicia, and I can't pronounce her last name, Sanrae. I've chatted with her a couple of times. She actually helped me critique my ebook that I wrote a couple of years back, Write Your Success Story. She helped me, she proofread it for me and gave me some pointers on it. I watched a stand-up talk that she gave about the glass child, and it's being the older sibling, or being the sibling of a special needs kid, and the special things that they have to go through. And I was like, wow. First off, I didn't know that about her. But I found that very inspirational that she had gone through that and was willing to share that with other people on an open forum. It was a big audience too. And I was like, wow. Of course, I had to write her and tell her I was, wow. She didn't tell me about the video. I just happened to stumble across it on YouTube, as a matter of fact. So you can go out there and search for any number of things. People are telling their stories, sharing successes, offering advice, facing challenges, sharing words of wisdom. Been there, done that. You'll find some inspiration. Now, carefully, don't spend too much time doing it. I mean, put down a couple of keywords. I know, God, oh God, don't tell me anything about keywords, Tracy. Right? So the next time you feel like you need a little boost of inspiration, and you've already listened to my show, because gosh knows I try to give you lots of inspiration, right? All right, well, I try. Hopefully, I'm giving you a little boost every once in a while, right? You may be surprised at how some of these things will work. So as you're out roaming around, chat with your neighbors. Get them to talk to you. Chat with some strangers. Share some of your stuff, right? Motivational videos. Use that imagery. And what was the last? Oh, yes. Affirmations and quotes. And with that, let me tell you, don't forget to get the 7 critical steps to your success. Huh? Give it to you free. Little ebook I wrote. Share with you. These are 7 critical steps you've got to have bundled together. If you're not following any one of these, yeah, man, your road to success is going to be really rocky. It's going to be way past cobblestone, right? It's going to be cobblestone with potholes. And if you've ever done that, that is rough. And so these 7 steps to success are all wrapped up for you. And it's free, right? The price is right. What more do you want? All I need is an email. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that's the price. So go out to yoursuccessatlast.com and you'll see the banner across the top of the page. 7 critical steps. It'll ask you, do you know the 7 critical steps to success? If not, you can watch the little video. You can watch the video. Over on the right-hand side, it just says, hey, sign up. So either way, you want to watch the video, you sign up. Takes you there. You can watch the video. It's a couple minutes long. No big deal. Drop in your email, your name, okay? And I'll send it to you. That's it. No push, no hops, no fuss, no foul. And then what's going to do is going to drop you off of the page for becoming a premium member here. And you're going to want to do that this week, because in a little bit here, I'm going to go reset the price to half of what it's going to be for about 4 days from now. I think I said Wednesday, so I'm going to hold to that. So Thursday morning, the price will jump back up. So if you see it sitting at the 20, I think it's, what is it, 19, 29, and 39. Okay, just wait. It's going to go down half of that. And I want you to be aboard. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to give you, what, hours and hours of programming, and there's lots of free stuff. So go look at that page and see how much stuff I'm just going to hand to you, right? And it's free for 7 days. Try it for 7 days. You've already been here a couple of days. You're here now, right? You know how good this stuff is. Try it for 7 days. If you don't like it, say, hey, cancel. We'll still be friends. All right? I'll still talk to you on Mondays. With that, I'm going to leave you, as I always do. Think successfully. Take action. Bye-bye.